Hey guys, my name is Sado and this is my second Nights and Mansions remake Shoutcast. This time we were playing yesterday on a new map made by none other than Thor himself, a very well known map maker. Unfortunately this map doesn't have a name yet, so I'm gonna update the description of this video on YouTube when there's a name, so you can know under which name you will need to look for this map when it gets itself into the remake. But of course, since it's a new map, it's not in the remake yet. And well, what can I say? We played this map for the first time yesterday, and it was, well, on most locations it's quite difficult to gather resources and to plan your city well, because of lots of strange things like mountains or stuff inside your city. For example, here you can see that the Bludmaster, a very good player, is playing on a location which has a storehouse in a quite strange place. The stone mountains are quite far from it, and these iron mountains are kind of blocking the space for initial start. So you need a really good player on this location, I think, to make a good city. And well, this one seems the most difficult one on this map, but the other ones are quite difficult as well, I think. But you will see it in a while. Let's start the replay right now. And here we go. The teams were Ben, Sado, Thor, and Romek against George Stain, Bludmaster, Mixons, and Itlerion. So yeah, the teams are pretty balanced, because in one team we've got Romek, which is like basically the best player around here. Even if he had a break, he still played very well yesterday, as we'll see in a while. And Thor and Ben are quite decent, while I am a bit worse, I must admit. But, well, people say I'm a bit better than Itlerion. At least in this game, I guess it was true. This wasn't Itlerion's best game, I guess. But you know, Bludmaster and George Stain are, well, they are probably as good as Romek, at least. Mixons is quite good. Sometimes he has worse performances, but not today. But you will see in a while. I shouldn't spoil too much yet. So let's take a look at what Romek is doing. At the start, already has 2 sawmills and only 1 woodcutter up. Quite strange, I would say. But I guess he knows what he's doing, making 1 farm already. I like this stonemason placement. You don't waste too much time for it. They will reach all the stone easily, and it's, as you can see, it would be exactly in the heart of the city, so the stone is close to every place, equally close. And here he's going for additional cutters. On a side note, I never understand why people are making that many stonemasons at once, like right at the start, and then going for woodcutters. But on the other hand, I can see that it's a good choice here, because you can't make woodcutters right near your base, and you need a bit of a stone to set it up. So yeah, I'm going to set it there. So it's 15 minutes into the game and he's already had a gold mine, making 2 goldsmithers already. Let's take a look. Maybe not me. Let's take a look at Ben. 2 farms already. I think it needs a bit more peace. Yeah, let's think about that. Where's his gold here? Okay. Well, it's strange. I don't see him making a gold smelter yet. Ah, okay, he's running here. He's gonna go iron mine as well. It's going pretty fast for now. Well, now about my city. Farms already, and I think I was a bit late with the gold smelter. Well, okay, gold smelter actually was up in a good time, but this coal mine is a total mistake. It's far too late. Yeah, I think it's a quite difficult location to plan on. Maybe a bit because of the storehouse placement, and also iron is very difficult here, I think. I mean, I could go for an early iron mine here and try going for the iron from this side, but there's this cliff here, there's this mountain, so the road will basically go like a snake everywhere, roads everywhere. So I decided to focus a bit more on leather. As you can see, I'm making additional farms here, and I'm going all the way up to the my first gold mine. I mean iron mine. It's far too late. But on the other hand, I would like to see a good player playing on this location, since it seems quite difficult to me. Maybe not as difficult as Bludmaster's location, maybe, but still. And here goes Thor. He made this map, so it's probably not surprising that he seems to be doing well. Very fun, and almost up with his iron production. It needs a bit more gold mines. Well, gold mines, I mean coal mines seem a bit tricky on this rock. He's lacking them, certainly. Now we should make at least 2 or 3, maybe even 4 more. I hope his gold is going to be alright, because it doesn't look like a mold. He's only 1 gold smelter, that's interesting. Well, not every time you need 2 gold smelters at the start of the game. Well, I've got 1 as well. I'm trying to make a second one. As I said, I'm not doing that good today. Let's take a look at the other team then. Mixons. Yeah, seems pretty well. And as you can see here, I guess this is the best setup of carters you can get, since you basically cut off this lower half of his city and spammed with cutters here. So this is very well organized, I must say. He's making his main city right here. Well, this is used exclusively for woodcutters. I like it much. And he's okay with the iron. It's also quite fast on all the other locations, I guess. Not many locations with close iron here. And yeah, he's making some additional wood production here, because this is not going to be enough for now. In a while. And let's go to the George Stain. What can I say? Well, seems fine, but I think he's gonna lack woodcutters. Whoa, only 4 woodcutters. Yeah, definitely. This is going to be a problem. Strange thing, he's not going here. And he didn't really need these trees in a while. I'm quite sure of it. But he's a very decent player. Strange thing though, he seems to be making expos. Yeah, he's making expos definitely. But I guess it's probably because he has only 1 iron armory and 1, I mean armor smithy and 1 weapon smithy. So he can't go for sword fighter production yet. I mean he can, but it will not be efficient enough. And well, let's take a look at Bludmaster, because his location seems to be quite hard. And it indeed is, but he's doing a good job so far, I think. I especially like this bit of space. He used it really well. The buildings are sticking tight to the mountain, as you can see. The buildings and the roads. there's a bit of a traffic jam here. Ah, it's because... Whoa! Did he just build his in? Nah, maybe not. It's probably the first wave of the second wave of the hungry citizens. So that's why he has a traffic jam here. It would be probably would be hard to fix it since because of the storehouse placement. But well, his food seems to dry up very soon. Yeah, so this probably will be gone. But of course, he needs much more food now. Well, he's fishing a little bit. Doesn't have a butcher yet, which probably isn't good, especially that he has quite some swines already. And here we go, butcher here. Also, his iron production for such a shitty log, it's very nice looking indeed. The iron mines are very far away, except this one. This one is making things a bit easier, I guess. He could also make one here, but it's only 19 iron here, if I'm correct, so it's not that much useful. Let's take a look at Itlerion. It's not looking well for him, I guess. The iron production isn't running too well. And yeah, this location doesn't seem... well, I don't know. It's probably not that bad. Everything is quite close, maybe except coal. I think a better player would make quite a good city here. But maybe not that much of an army. Well, I don't know. So, 15 minutes to peace time already. Yeah, I like Mixons' city. I like it. It's quite organized. As I said already, the woodcutters are very nice. He's a bit short on space, but it's not his fault. There's not much space on this log. And to be honest, it's the case on most of the logs. Although, well, I started even building on coal. I was so angry with space and strange things like elevation here and there, which prevented me from making good enough planning here. I probably made quite a few of mistakes, but as I said already, I would really like to see a good player playing on this occasion, because I'm very curious how good can it get. I'm lacking coal quite a bit, and iron production is very late. My leather is a bit better though. It won't be that bad in this, I guess. I think at this point I realized that I will need axe fighters as well, because the sword fighters alone will not be enough for sure. And it seems to be a good decision after all. Even if axe fighters are usually much worse than swordmen, I know we will need much melee. And yeah, Ben is doing quite well. Needs quite a bit more swords, but it's probably because he made his weaponsmithy quite late, so it's kinda normal. In 9 minutes it will be better, I'm sure. And Romek. Romek is... well, it doesn't look like that now, but he's doing really well. Actually, on this map, it seems like no one was able to make more than 25 swords, so it's actually going really well for him, and his ladder is quite good. It will get even better in a while, as we'll see. Not sure if I told you before, but it's the first time we're playing this map. And this map doesn't even have a name yet, so it's really a fresh map, as you can see. And you know, it's like most of the players have like maybe 20 troops less than usual than on the maps they know well, because no one knows this map, and also this map is quite hard, so it will take some time before we get used to it. But you know, difficulty is a good thing, so it's nice that this map exists, and really, I think this map deserves a word about its beauty. Just look at these waterfalls here, and well, there was pretty nice. Oh yeah, this one is also nice. All these areas, it's just too pretty to look at. And this little waterfall, probably my favorite here. So as you can see, well, Thor was always making nice looking maps, but I always thought there were better map makers than him about the looks of the maps. Especially the Dark Lord is making usually better looking maps than Thor. But this one is just, ah man, this one is just the best looking nice merchants map I've ever seen. And that's why it really deserves to mention. With approaching the peace time, so it's a good moment to show you the amount of troops everyone has in barracks. Just let's wait a few seconds then. Yeah, so maybe let's start with Mixons. 35 bowmen, 2 X-Men, okay, and 24 swordmen. This is a really nice army for this map. On some other map it would be average, but here it's one of the best armies out there. That's for sure. Bludmaster. Well, this wasn't his best game, you might think, but I think it was a really nice game from him. Even if you see that he has only 15 bowmen and 17 swordmen at peacetime. It's really few, but you need to take into account that this is probably a location that everyone would screw up on, and I think Bludmaster made a good job here, and in the late game you will see it especially, I guess. So yeah, it's probably impossible to make a good enough city here, and it's his first try, so maybe next time he will do much better, we'll see. But as I said, I'm not disappointed by his performance. If some other player was playing here, he would probably have 0 troops on peacetime, really. This luck is that bad. George Stein. Well, this is a funny bit because he had 12 spare leather jackets, and just as I predicted, because I actually saw that replay before, he's having wood problems. Well, at least his wooden weapon production isn't as good as it should be. But you know, making too few weapons isn't that big of a mistake, because wood is quite easy to catch on, and leather armors are always handy, so if he ain't gonna use them now, he will use them in the late game. That's for sure. He has 17 swordmen as well. Seems like he screwed up as well, and actually this time I have to agree with that, because Bludmaster location is just too difficult to play on, but George Stain's location is quite good. So I think he screwed up, and yeah, as I said, he should have gone for this, probably. No, he's probably trying to do that now, but it's far too late. And here goes Itlerion. I guess not much comment is needed. This isn't the best army around, that's for sure. Only nine iron troops. That's really bad. And most of them will be pikemen, which is even worse. Of course, he's not the only guy who screwed up the iron. but at least I had some other stuff, so I guess Itlerions performance was much worse today. Yeah, much worse than me, unfortunately. Let's take a look at the other team then. And Romek. Oh, come on. Well, this guy can just download a map that he doesn't know, and he will play like something that no one would be able to achieve in their lives on that map. Well, basically, 45 bowmen is a great army on any map, along with 25 swordmen. Yeah, and on this map, which is quite difficult, maybe not his location. His location is a bit more zane, but it has its difficulties as well. But it has more space, so yeah, it's well, it's still a magnificent performance from him. Easily the best player out there in this game. Let's take a look at Ben. Decent, definitely decent. Well, he had only 22 swordmen and 25 bowmen, but well, he has a bit more leather jacket, so he's gonna catch up. His performance is a little bit better than George Stain's, and George Stain is usually better player than Ben. So I guess it's a good performance from Ben. It's enough, definitely. And Thor. Well, Thor did a really good job as well here, I think. Quite a lot of bowmen for this map, and a good amount of swordmen as well, 24. So yeah, this is a good performance from him. To be honest, I didn't expect he'll do that good. I always considered Thor a decent player, but on the level of Ben, maybe. Certainly not on Romek's or Bludmaster's level. But this time, he did really well. Much better than some other players out there, definitely. Well, I'm looking at Mixons because he did similar stuff to Thor, as you can see. Also a good game from Mixons. And here we go with my city. Well, it's I don't know. It's well, I had far too few iron troops. I tried to catch up with leather, and my leather worked quite well for this location. I think this location is quite difficult, so please don't blame me for having such a small amount of troops, especially iron troops. And well, what can I say? I'll try to improve next time, but I must admit I don't like locations like this at all. I mean, mountains and strange cliffs trying to prevent you from making a good city plan, it's very hard for me. It's probably the hardest type of location for me. Anyway, these were all the players, so let's see what happens after peacetime. Here we go. If I remember right, some action will be happening simultaneously on both sides, so we will slow down in a while, and we will try to keep focused on both sides at once. Here goes Bludmaster and Mixons, and he slowly come my forces, Thor's forces, and Romek is going through the bridge. First get killed. What's happening here? Not much yet. Armies are still gathering. Ben is sitting in his base for now, and well, something's about to happen in a while. As you can see here, if the enemy would bring us further away here, then they could trap us easily, and I'm afraid that's what's gonna happen in a while. Maybe no speed for now, because I need to look at the other side as well. Some troops gathering here, but actually this is gonna be much more interesting here. And as you can see, we're getting trapped here, and I don't know at which point we realized that, but especially I don't have I don't even have place for my troops here. If I had them somewhere like here, for example, it would be much easier for me. But as you can see, they can basically outflank us from every side. So it's not gonna be a good fight for us. Meanwhile, there are some troops gathering here as well, but no action yet. So let's take a look here. Thor got caught here, and well, he's gonna lose his sword fighters here easily, as you can see. But there's quite a lot of bowmen going here, and well, they're starting shooting right now. Seeing this situation with problems on two sides, I decided to split my swordmen and axemen to two sides and send axemen here because there's lots of bowmen on this side that need to be protected, so it's not important that these swordmen are better than axemen because we have more bowmen. And on this side I tried to help Romek, which was quite difficult. We simply lacked army here. And well, Mixons is going with reinforcements, and I'm using my bit of swordman here. Such a shame. And as you will see, it's very difficult to get back from here, especially with big pursuit by these troops. So we're basically losing almost all of our armies. We killed quite some of the troops, but it's certainly not enough. Certainly not enough. That's why some troops are being sent here from Romek, and I totally missed the fight on the left side. Such a shame, but I knew it's gonna happen because there was too much happening right here. Sorry Ben, Itlerion and George. Well, basically, from what I remember, George lost some troops here. Well, he used them well, I guess, but Ben had a little too much for these two players here, Itlerion and George. And George was fighting on two fronts. I'm quite. Yeah, he sent his range to the right side and Swarton to the left side, I think. As you can see, Itlerion gets beaten up quite easily. And there's a silence here for a while. Not really. We're trying to counterattack because the enemy has many ranged units but no melee units at all. So this is our chance for some free kills. Might be a good idea to actually speed up again because there will be not much happening right now. It will be easy to focus on it. So yeah, we got beaten up again and we're getting back to our bases. And as you will see in a while, when the bottom will try to attack Thor, it will be quite difficult for them because of the placement of Romek's base. This is actually pretty clever from Thor to make this location in the middle so it can support the people getting attacked on both sides. Yeah, I like it very much. We can see some sort of counterattack here. I'm probably going with my army here. And not much happens at Ben's side yet. It's gonna be a fight, but I need to look here probably. No, let's take a look at Ben first. Well, okay, Ben is lacking a bit of melee, but he managed to kill off quite some troops. Not sure why he doesn't attack. Well, okay, attacking through the bridge isn't a good idea, after all. But I'm afraid he's going to be beaten up in a while because it's 2 versus 1 player situation, and it's not done. Here we go with the counter attack. It's not going that bad, but we need much more ranged, I'm afraid. And I had militia on me, mostly militia I mean here, so it was quite sure that we'll get beaten up. But we had no other melee, so that was a necessary decision to make. So we are again trying to back off. And Blood is successfully blocking off Romek from trying to flank. Such a shame. And what happens on the left side? Left side, well, it's a shame Ben isn't a bit more active, but he could. Oh, he's trying to attack. Look at this army. This looks nice. So we're basically back to defending ourselves here. Let's speed up a bit. Well, nothing happening from now, but well, Ben is trying to go inside Itlerion city, and he eventually decides to attack Job Stain. It isn't a bad decision after all. And now Itlerion comes with a bit more troops. We'll see what happens in a while. Well, Ben is. Oh crap! Itlerion is probably going to. Okay, this knight is certainly problematic. Nothing happens here. Okay. Ben is out of melee, so he might lose this fight. Oh yeah, very clever from Itlerion to bring this knight here. He basically pushed off Ben, even if Ben had more troops than the others. And here we go with an attack here. We're gonna attack again, I think. There's too much enemy army, I'm afraid. We've got not enough melee. I'm making some, but it's mostly militia. It's not that good. And nothing happens here. Well, there was no chance we could win this fight, I guess. And at this point, we quit the game because Ben basically had not many troops, and we knew very well that we're not gonna make too many troops, and we're just gonna get back off and back off and back off until they invade Toss City. We're basically out of army, while the enemy was doing quite well. So yeah, that's it. Let's take a last look at the statistics screen then. And as you can see, it seems like Bludmaster and Mixons made quite a good job in the fight. Quite a good job indeed. Most kills from Mixons, Bludmaster also quite some kills. As always, I had the least kills, but you know, with militia, having mostly militia, it's quite hard to kill many troops, especially when the enemy has lots of ranged units. So it's not a surprise for me. As you can see, Romek was basically the best player out there by far. Most troops, most weapons, most wares produced. He definitely had the best city, but also his location was the best one, I think. But you know, if he played any other location on this map, he would still do better than anyone else. I'm quite sure of it. Well, you can see that Itlerion's game was quite bad today, and the army graph also explains that. Even I had more army than him, and I'm not a good player at all. So it seemed pretty balanced, but after all, the other team had more troops, better armies, and well, it seems that we lost because of that. Even if it seems to be a balanced game at the beginning. So thanks everyone for watching this shoutcast, and see you later.